Whew! We want to talk about a wild ride. YCS Osaka, Japan has concluded. Now, this is part 2 of the fantastic discussion on the, I believe, first 2 YCSs are coming out of Japan. They had a Monday YCS. You know how cool that is? I believe there were 2,000 people that came out for this. I was reading a post that Bowden was talking about that X1 didn't even make it. And the first place guy went 12-0. Let that sink in for a moment. That is crazy. All right, let's talk about this event, because this is a much more wild ride than whatever happened in Tokyo. Whew. Talk about a crazy ride. You never know that life is just grand until you watch a firewall dragon next to a dark matter dragon at a YCS. And I get it. It's 1 out of 1 format. And I also get that Japan's got a lot more crazy ideas than we do. But that's wild, cuz. So, YCS Osaka. Thunder Dragons, Cyber Dragons, Infinity FTK, Gandora F TK, and Black Wings were all among some of the craziest shit we saw this week. Well, not really Thunder Dragons. I believe finals were Cyber Dragons versus Thunder Dragons from what I was seeing. So let's talk about the first big one in the room here. We have Gandora F TK. Now, I wouldn't have thought anything about this, but evidently the OCG has a different ruling than we do for Gandora the X Demolition, which is, it's not original attack, it's just the monster with the highest attack on the field. Now, this kind of catches me a little bit off guard here, because I didn't actually expect this to kind of come out and just be a thing, but evidently Dark Matter Dragon next to Firewall, by the way. Just let that sink in. I'm still on tilt about that. But you produce this rather large monster. You use Gandora, wipe the monster out of existence, and, well, you beat your opponent. Nothing really too crazy to say about it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. So, Dark Matter Dragon next to a Firewall. Huh. I didn't know we had enough resources like that to pull it off, but I guess we do. But different rulings, different clauses make different things viable, especially in these 1 out of 1 OTK formats. So, not a real shocker to see something degenerate like this come up out of the woodwork. So, congratulations, Japan. You made something very interesting. Gandora F TK, if only it was viable outside of your region. Now, on the flip side of the equation, there is also Infinity FTK. Now, continue on with the tradition of this very awesome FTK format. We had another FTK. Now, it's been a long time since we've seen Infinities kind of come out of the woodwork, and the OCG's got a little bit crazier card pool than we do for just being able to produce these FTKs out of nowhere. By the way, 1 out of 1 format, Infinities, yeah, it was a matter of time. I don't know what happened between Tokyo, literally the 2-day span, till now, but this format, looking at these results, things were a lot crazier. And I'm actually kind of shocked to see that. Like, did everybody just realize that you have to go a little bit crazier in the format to kind of counteract it? I think it's kind of what happened. I think people kind of discovered the 1 out of 1 format, went from one event to the next, said, all right, we're going to dig out all the FTK decks we can, and they're going to be good. I think Infinity was a very good call. Like, I don't want to give it up for the guy, but OTK decks and FTK decks, they're very degenerate, but your opponent can't side for the Infinity FTK, so what do? You don't do anything. That's the problem that I'm seeing here with this, and it's kind of mind-boggling to me, actually. Just the amount of information that people enter in with these events is a little bit scarcer, and I mean, again, 1 out of 1 format. What are you supposed to do as your opponent just kills you? Like, at least the Gandora FTK we know doesn't work, but fucking Infinity too, like, breather. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about is Black Wings. Now, Black Wings got their support. They kind of showed up in Japan for a little while, and then they kind of just disappeared. Now, I don't know what happened to the deck or where it went, but Needle Fiber Turbo is a very good deck. So, you know, This is one of those decks that requires tuners. And if you can make needle fiber and special summon a tuner from your deck to climb the ladder, why wouldn't you, you know? This deck also has the ability to produce the Towers-like monster, you know, the new full armor master in his full glory. And he's a little bit of a pain in the ass for a lot of people to be. A lot of people can't handle the situation. You know, if you can't beat the heat, get out of the kitchen, as they like to say. But Black Wings are able to produce these rather large boards. And, you know, the TCG doesn't have needle fiber, which I absolutely understand. But the deck still does relatively well, and give it to the TCGs, give it some time. We'll eventually, you know, figure out how to make the deck viable without needle fiber. I mean, needle fiber helps a lot, but just in terms of turbo ability, 1-out-of-1 format, being able to kind of unload your hand on your opponent to break these boards or to set up a large board so your opponent can't OTK you. I mean, literally, I don't think I saw any of these games go past like turn 4, and I mean, it's not a bad thing to see like the speed of Yu-Gi-Oh, but really, like, 1-out-of-1 formats, turbo ability. I don't know, Black Wings just seem like a really good meta call. Being able to do everything that your deck wants to do, plus, like, no hindrance on top of what you want to do. I mean, your opponent's playing hand traps, but your opponent's got to play hand traps for other crazy things, too, so they might not draw the right hand trap against you. So, I mean, Max C kind of hurts, but, I mean, what doesn't Max C hurt in the long run, as weird as that is? Now, the winner of the event was Cyber Dragons. Now, we've been seeing a lot more resurgence of Cyber Dragons in the TCG, and what was it? Cyber Dragons just won the Las Vegas Regional, which a lot of people were like, oh my god, Cyber Dragons won an event. Yes, they did actually, and it was very, very spectacularly done, by the way. But to see Cyber Dragons, a deck that wants to go second against all of these crazy decks out there besides, you know, the FTKs, it had a very viable chance for winning. And I do appreciate seeing something other than Sky Striker after doing a lot. Once again, 1-out-of-1 format, but, you know, this guy went 12-0. This man said, I'm going to lose every dice roll today. I'm going to opt for second every single game. And you know what? I'm going to break those boards. And he looks like he did just that. 12-0. That's impressive. Like, congratulations to the one Cyber Dragon player there. This man read the metagame, this man knew what he was going to be doing, and he had a game plan. And he counteracted that game plan by OTKing all of his opponents while breaking their boards. Now, if you run into the random FTK, it's just kind of bad luck. If you don't open up the stoppable hand trap, you know, you're just going to be in a shitty situation. There's nothing you can really do about that as a Cyber Dragon player, but, you know, it kind of just comes down to variance. And, you know, sometimes variance isn't on your side. So, but Cyber Dragons won an event. You had Black Wings, Gandora F TK, and Infernities, I guess. Like, all near the top tables at this event. Like, that's crazy to me as a player. You know, things like Max C do exist to try to counteract these formats. And I know it's kind of weird when you look at the TCG to the OCG, because Max C is oppressive. It stops players from being able to advance their game states. It changes the entire way a player base looks at the card game. And by no stretch of the imagination is Max C good, but something as powerful as Max C in a 1-out-of-1 format just causes these... It's like, oh, cool, your opponent has to play into it. I think more so than ever in a 1-out-of-1 format, just the value you get out of Max C is so crazy. Like, did you ever think about it? It's like, oh, cool, so I make this board, and my opponent has Max C, so I have to play into it, right? Like, 1-out-of-1 format, I can't side, I don't get a redemption round or two, it's just commit everything and go. And there's a lot of different mentalities to this format. I kind of like where this format's going. I don't want to see this be a mainstream thing in America. Oh, no. It will never work here. But in terms of the way that Japan works, the way that their event structure is set up, the fact that most people can just take a train, come to the event, and then go home in the same time span, it works for their region. And that's respectable. I like that, you know. But there are very key differences in formats, but, you know, seeing Max C exist, the counters that they have, and seeing that the OCG might try this for future events, and the fact that, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series. It looks like it was a huge success in Japan. I don't see any reason for them not to continue doing this. You know, if the number's true and they actually got 2,000 competitors out to this one event, like, kudos. That's belittling, amazing, and fucking crazy, actually. So, guys, what do you think about YCS Japan? Please leave a comment down below. Cyber Dragons won it all, and some FTK decks made it into Top Cut. Don't you love 1 out of 1 format? Alright, guys, peace out. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.